The long way to do these first problems is to actually try to find the limit as h approaches 0. That's the long way. There is a short way, though. If you recognize that all these limits are derivatives, they're the definition of derivatives, you can instead find a and find f, so then you can take the f prime. Here, watch. See what I'm talking about. I'll do this first one with you. Okay, this one looks like the limit as h approaches 0 of f of x plus h divided by, minus f of x divided by h. That's what this looks like. This is the same, right? It's the h as h approaches 0. So the limit as h approaches 0. So this equals f prime of x. Now if I plug in something else besides x, like let's say I plugged in a. Let's say I plugged in a right there. A would go right here. A would go right here. Okay, so what do you think, just take a guess, what do you think my a is right here inside of this limit? What is that a? You're not sure because you see a 1 right here and 1 right. Wait, how are you not sure? It's a 1. All right, so I plug a 1 in. Now, what is my f of x, though? What's my function? Okay, I don't see an f up here, so it looks like the 1 plus h was already plugged in. So this is what we got so far. We have f of 1 plus h minus f of 1. Okay, so right now my a is 1. So I'm going to get rid of this. Let's put a in there. So right now my a is 1. So this is what we do. If you wanted to find the derivative of f with 1 inside of it, you would plug it in like this, which would then go like this. But you can only write this if you know what f is. What is f? What would we plug 1 plus h into? What would we plug 1 into? Now this one's simplified already. This one's not simplified. Look, x to the 10th. So x to the 10th is your function. See, can you see it now? If this is f, and I plug in 1 plus h to f, this is what it would look like. If this was f right here, and I plugged in 1, this is what it would look like. Is everybody still with me? Okay, so my goal was to identify the a and the f. If I identify the a and the f, I can just find f prime now. What's f prime? 10x to the 9th. And then I could plug 1 into it to find my answer.
What? That's all?
Yeah. That's your answer. This one is slightly different. It's the other derivative definition. This one looks like this. It goes the limit as x approaches a. Then you're going f of x minus f of a divided by x minus a. Okay, so the a is really easy to identify on this one. Do you guys know what the a is? The a is pi. Okay, so this is the derivative of f with pi plugged into it. So we got to get rid of these a's and put pi's right here. Okay, so what am I plugging this pi and this x into? What is my function?
12.
What's the function? Look at that. Look at that. If I plug pi into this function, I get 1. If I plug x into this function, I get cosine x. Oh, there it is. It's cosine x. All right, so now you just have to take the derivative of cosine x. What is the derivative of cosine x? So you get negative sine x. And then I'm plugging pi into that. So I got f prime. I plug pi into it. And I get negative sine times pi, or of pi. Sine of pi is 0. Wait. Yeah, it's 0. So this is negative 0, which is just 0. So if you treat u, v, and w like their functions, and their derivatives are u prime, v prime, w prime, then what's the derivative of this? Okay, if you were trying to take the derivative of this, you would have to do the product rule for the top, and then you'd have to do the quotient rule for this whole thing. Actually, I'm going to start with the quotient rule and do the product rule inside the quotient rule. Hey guys, if you didn't try this yet, don't write down what I'm going to write down. I'm making a video for it, okay? So, we got the quotient rule. The quotient rule says we first must take the derivative of the top. So I'm just going to write it out like this. The derivative of the top times the bottom minus the derivative of the bottom times the top divided by the bottom squared. So that's just the formula, right? Okay, so you're going to do the derivative of that one, no problem. You drop the 2, and then, oh, you have to do the chain rule on these guys. Man. All right, so let's go deeper on this, okay? Let's do this one first. I'll show you guys why you have to do a chain rule. But first, we're going to do this product rule right here. So that product rule. Actually, here, you guys try it first. I'm going to pause. You guys see if you can do it first. Product rule says if you have two functions multiplying to each other, you take the derivative of one times the other. Then you take the derivative of the other times the first function. Okay, so it should look like this. W prime times V plus W times V prime. And then you're multiplying this by U squared.
Oh, so you can do that one first?
Yeah.
You can't just simplify.
That's just the
Nah.
first part, right?
Okay. All right, so now the next part. We have minus, and now we just have, I'm just going to write WV because I don't have to do anything with that guy, but I got to take the derivative of this. Now, if I take the derivative of a function squared, there's a function inside of a function for this. So you drop the 2, take 1 away from the 2, and then you have to multiply this by the derivative of u. That's the chain rule.
But can't you just do the derivative like that?
All right, underneath that, we got u to the 4th power. Now the question is, can I simplify all this stuff? Man, I don't know if I can simplify all this stuff. Let's see if we can do it. Let's see, we got W prime V times U squared plus W V prime times U squared minus, that's going to be W V 2U times U prime divided by U to the 4th power.
That looks bad.
Yeah. Do all of them have a U? Because if they all have a U, I could take a U out of each of them.
Can't you take your V out?
I could take a U out. I could take a U out of that and a U out of that. So this would be a 3.
Where's that?
It looks like they didn't simplify it all the way in the answer. When I say they, I guess I mean me. From the first one, I could take out a U, and you get W prime V plus WV.
You're like in the way of your writing.
Oh, I'm in the way of my writing. Sorry. V squared, or that's a U squared. So that's supposed to be a prime.
You messed up.
No, this one right here. It's supposed to be prime. Not a big deal. Okay? And then minus, oh dang, we have this guy right here. No, not that guy. Just this guy. And then divided by U to the 3rd. Okay.
Wait,
All right, I'm just trying to make it look like the old answer, or the answer in there. Mine doesn't match exactly because I took a U out of the top and U out of the bottom. This minus right here is supposed to be just a W, V, I'll put the 2 in front, and then U prime.
No, that's not a U prime in the answer.
No, I have a U prime there, and the answer should have a U prime and a U.